Well, so Congressman, I have a question for you. So James Comey, the head of the FBI, I would think that you would agree is not a partisan hack. If he does not recommend an indictment, if we have no leaks from the FBI saying we have recommended an indictment, the Justice Department didn't take us up on it, if he says there's really no case here to make against her legally, will you accept that finding? Will you say, okay, fine, this is actually not an illegal thing that she's done? Because I feel like people keep saying that she did something illegal, but when the FBI, if the FBI acts and says, actually, we looked into this, and we don't think she did anything illegal, will you and your fellow Republicans accept that?
I'll probably be, because we do believe in James Comey. I think he is in all of the government. I do think that he is a man of integrity, of honesty. He came before the House Judiciary Committee, which I'm on, and said he looks at this daily. His finger is on the pulse of this. Nothing happens without him, and I think he is going to be the definitive person to make a determination or a recommendation, and we'll see where that goes.
So that being said, Congressman, put the crystal ball back in your lap. What does he do?
Well, it continues to go on. I mean, I've read certain things. I don't know whether or not they're true, but I do think it's imperative that they get it done sooner rather than later. The fact that they, and I've read, and again, I don't know that it's true, but I have read that the Mr. Pagliano, who is the IT specialist, actually got some immunity. You probably wouldn't get an immunity unless you offered had a proffer in place and you had some valuable information. That person is pleading the Fifth. There are, by some news reports, hundreds of agents working on this. There's something there, or they wouldn't continue on to this day without coming to a conclusion.
But there's also different criteria in the two different cases, because he has immunity from the Justice Department. He has the immunity in the criminal probe. No, that's actually where he has immunity. Where he doesn't have immunity and where he's pleading the Fifth is in the Judicial Watch case, which is a civil case. And pleading the Fifth there could actually hurt him. In a criminal case, it cannot. In a criminal case, that is against self-incrimination, which is a very important distinction, because in the civil case, if he doesn't say anything, it could not only make him look worse, but as you said, it could also set up the secretary for having to come forward. And she said, the FBI hasn't yet made a date with me to come in, but they are still actively, through her lawyer, talking with the FBI, and they're not going to decide on an indictment until they've spoken with her.
Well, but I assume, and you would know this better than I would, but I assume you get a target letter if you're the target of an investigation. She has claimed she has not gotten a target letter. So the question is...
She has not claimed that. She claims she has not gotten a specific date to speak with the FBI.
So is there a grand jury that's been convened? I mean, if she's going to get an indictment, a grand jury would have been convened by now, I assume. We have no indication a grand jury's been convened. There is no indication whatsoever that this is trending in a criminal direction. I think all these people who are sitting here...
Except for the director of the FBI saying, no, this is a criminal investigation. We're not investigating her. We are the FBI.
Except the director of the FBI has not in any way, shape, or form said that she's the target of this investigation, or has he? I don't know. Am I missing something here?
I think it's pretty common knowledge that they're investigating her email system that she conveniently set up for herself in her own home.
But is she the target of this investigation?
Well, look, there's real questions about the safety and security of this information that was transferred in and out of her system. And you go back and look at that IG report, which was just issued, and it is a very damning report and very conclusive that she ignored the rules, she put people at risk, and that she was not abiding by their own documents that she agreed to.
I'm very happy to hear that you, and I hope a lot of your fellow congressmen agree with you on this, that if there is no recommendation by the feds, let's just take a deep breath and move on to things.
What if there is? What if there's recommendation for felony charges and the Justice Department gets her covered?
Then I happen to agree with Congressman Chaffetz that James Comey is not a partisan hack, and in fact, that if there is, maybe that's a call from him telling us right now, but if there is any sort of recommendation from James Comey saying there's an FBI investigation, there's a referral.
Should she drop out of the race?
Absolutely. I agree.
All right. Interesting point that you brought up, the federal criminal versus the civil. Did you pick it up? Was it Director Comey?
Mom, is that you? I love you.
I put him on hold.
You did. Oh, Comey, he'll wait. Donald Trump facing fire from top Republicans now. Can't wait to get your take on this.